From the national headquarters of RT America and our nation's capital. Hello again, everybody. I'm Rick Sanchez. There is some sad news to report to you at this time. We have a breaking news story that is coming into us from Houston, Texas, where we understand a total of 5 police officers have been shot. All the police officers have been transported to Herman Memorial Hospital, one of the top hospitals there, public hospitals in the area of Houston. The details are somewhat sketchy, but somewhat ominous at the same time. The police department at this time is, according to the Associated Press, confirming that the officers were shot in the area, although at this point we're being told their conditions are not known. Let me direct you to some video that is coming in now of a news conference. This is from the hospital where the news conference will be taking place shortly. I understand that we're going to be hearing from Chief Acevedo. We may also be hearing, we understand now that federal officials have arrived on the scene. Special agents with the Federal Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms and Explosives are now responding to assist, as well as Harris County deputies who are also in the area. There are at least 3 or 4 different jurisdictions that are working this story as we speak. As for what ignited this gun battle that apparently took place in this home in suburban Houston, Texas, the details are still very, very sketchy. But what I can do is, I think, can we put a map of, let's go if we can to a map of the area, and I'll show you where this place is that we're talking about. This is in Houston, Texas, and you'll see right here, 7800 Harding Street in Houston, Texas. It is obviously a densely populated area. We've had some conversations just moments ago. I was on the phone with some of the folks at this food warehouse here who said that they're very concerned and that they've locked their doors and that they're essentially trying to stay in. There is a sense of fear that has gripped this particular community because of this. This is also Shelby High School, which is just a few blocks away from the scene, that has also been put in lockdown. And there's also, interestingly enough, a Sanchez Elementary School in this area here. This house, which is basically a single-story home, is where the scene has taken place. Oftentimes with situations like this, police officers have operations. They're called either stings or by busts, or situations where police officers have an operation or they're serving a warrant looking for a particular suspect. What we know in this case at this point is that at least one of the suspect was negotiating with the police officers, not only prior to the shooting, but even after the shooting itself. We don't know exactly what precipitated the shooting, but soon afterward, when police had arrived, is when this began. This has only been going on for the better part of the last couple of hours right now. And we are being told that we're going to be getting more information shortly from what you're looking at right there, that news conference just outside Herman Memorial Hospital there on the scene. I've also just received this. This is from the governor of Texas. This is Governor Greg Abbott saying, this evening's horrific attack on police officers is a solemn reminder of the service and the sacrifice our brave men and women in law enforcement make every day to keep us safe. The city of Houston and the Houston Police Department will have whatever state resources they need to bring swift justice to those involved. I ask all Texas at this point to join Cecilia and me, that's the Governor Abbott's wife, praying for the officers involved and the continued safety of all law enforcement officers who try and protect our community. We don't know if the governor is going to be taking part in this news conference. We do know that the mayor of Houston has also put out a message, as reported a little while ago. Houston Mayor Sylvester Turner has been responding. He says his thoughts and prayers are with the family at this point. By the way, at this point, and this is all subject to change and verification, as you might imagine, but from what we understand, there are at least 2 suspects, and one of them has been shot dead on the scene. Again, 2 suspects, 5 police officers. The 5 police officers were shot and have been hospitalized. One of the 2 suspects is dead. The other one has been also transported to Herman Memorial Hospital at this time. And we understand, at least according to some of the preliminary reports that we have been getting here at RT America, that neighbors were saying that some of the negotiations were still actually taking place after the shooting. This while helicopter after helicopter was flying in to try and take the injured officers out of the scene. We don't know at this point what kind of munitions or what kind of armed weapons were being used on the scene, but it sounds, at least according to the last report, that they were still calling it an active scene. And by active, that means police are still there and that they still feel that there is some danger for the community and that there might possibly be some other suspects in the area. So let me just do a reset for you as best we can. Here it's 6 minutes after the hour of 8 o'clock on the East Coast of the United States as we receive information that there's been really a horrific shooting in Houston, Texas. 5 police officers, 5, have been taken to the hospital suffering injuries. We don't know exactly what their conditions are at this point. 1 gunman has been shot dead. Another gunman and suspect apparently has been apprehended and taken into custody. And we here at RT America obviously also send our thoughts and prayers to the officers and their families.
Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out our channel. We hope you enjoyed the video. We have tons of content for you just like this. For more of RT America's one-of-a-kind news and analysis, be sure to subscribe and never stop questioning more.